Welcome to the Pulse Field Expert channel. Today we will try to understand how we can use multiple criteria to look up data in Excel. Here we have our favorite sales data. We also have another table. We call it the people table. This has a list of people who are in charge of a particular product category in a country. Here we have four countries: India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. We also have product categories like accessories, bikes, and clothing. Each country is in three rows, and these three rows are for the three types of products like accessories, bikes, and clothing. Therefore, for four countries, we have 4 multiplied by 3, 12 rows. Now let me go back to my sales table. Here we have an empty column, sales personnel. We also have the country column and the product category column in this sales table. We want to look up from the person table based on the country and the product category information and fill up this empty salesperson column. Now, what are our options? Here we have the country and product category columns on which we must run our query. However, traditionally, Excel cannot handle a lookup function with more than one variable. We can concat the values of the country and product category columns to create a single query string reflecting both columns. To do this, we must insert a new column and add concat text strings from the country and product category columns. Now for the people table, we need to create the same concatenated text string with the values in the country and product columns. Let me add a new column here and name it country plus product and use the same text concatenate method to create a combined text string containing the country and the product column. We are now ready to run the lookup function with two categories. To perform the lookup, we will use the XLOOKUP function. We will start with a parenthesis. Our lookup value is in the country plus product column. Our lookup array is the country plus product column in the sales personnel table. And our return array is the person column in the same table. We will write not found in the if not found section, and then we will specify 0 for the exact match and 1 for performing the search from the first to last. We will end the function with a parenthesis, and bingo, we got the result. To fill up all the rows with the XLOOKUP function, I will just double-click on the bottom square icon on the right of the cell, and we have the sales personnel row filled up with the appropriate names. You could use the VLOOKUP function to do the same thing, but then you would need to organize your lookup table in a different manner. We will not discuss that here. The good thing is these methods are available in every version of Excel, but this is not an elegant method. In the Excel 365 version, we can use a much powerful function named filter to achieve the same thing in scenarios where XLOOKUP or VLOOKUP will not work. Let us open the same tables we used in this tutorial. Let us consider the people table. Suppose we want to convert the data in people's table to a different format. This table too has the same set of information, but in a different format. You can call this the pivot table of the previously viewed people's table. Here we have the type of products as the column head and the countries as the row head. We want to write the relevant person's name in each cell of this table. How in Excel we can achieve this? We certainly can copy values like Mohini Sharma to India, and accessories, Ram Sanjiwan to India, and bikes, so on and so forth. But we don't want it this way. We want to use Excel to do this for us. Excel has a pivot table creation feature. We will try to use that. In the Insert tab, we have the Insert Pivot Table button. I will click that while I have the People's table selected. I will ask Excel to insert the pivot table into a new worksheet. Just like the example in our target pivot table, I will drag the country into rows and the product into columns. This is what we are really looking for. This is exactly the same table structure as our target table. We just need the person names as the values of the table. I will drag persons to the value section of the pivot table, but we have the count of people in the value. Excel does not allow me to select the name string to write directly in the value section. Sadly, we can't use a pivot table to achieve this in Excel. Therefore, I will delete the worksheet for the pivot table. I will now show how I can use the filter function to achieve this. Remember, filter function is only available in Excel 365 and Excel 2019 or later. It is not available in the older versions of Excel. I have used the filter function and typed the parenthesis. I need to select the return array, which is the person column. As I have named the person table as person, if I select the person column, Excel automatically uses the table syntax. I will use a simplified table syntax, where I can just type person, then use the third bracket, and then type the column name. My column name is also person. Therefore, I will type person within the third bracket. The next section is our logical section. I will again type person, third bracket, and then country to pick up the country array from the person table. Then I will type equal and then the name of the country, which is in the A2 cell. I will select that. Now, if I finish the function by typing a comma and the string if no match is found, then I get all three names in the person table associated with the country India, which is in the A2 cell. We notice the array. The filter function returned is the list of India executives. Our function is still not complete. We have only added the country condition. We should also add the product category in the condition. Let us do that. Let us add another condition, product from the person table equal to B1. We will need to add a logical operator between two conditions. I will add the star symbol. This is equivalent to the AND logic. I must also put each of the conditions within a first bracket so that Excel makes no mistake in computing the logical functions. Now we have a single name in one cell associated with the country and product. We will have to extend the function to fill up all cells. If I click on the corner square to extend the function, we get no match for the rest of the countries. Let us examine what happened. As we extended the function, Excel modified the B1 value dynamically, but we want to fix this as our product category is non-dynamic. We can fix that with the $sign, and now if we extend the function, we get all the names of product accessories. Now I will copy the formula from the formula bar and paste the same under the product bikes. I will now have to change the fixed B1 to C1, which will link this to the product category bikes. I will extend this and we are done with bikes. I will repeat this step for the product category clothing too. The pivot table is now complete as we wanted. We can verify the values and they are all correct. Wonderful job. We learned how to use two criteria with the filter function to achieve a complex lookup in Excel. Now let us use the filter function to achieve the same result for the sales table's empty sales personal column, which we have already done once with a different method. As I am doing the same thing again, I am not going to explain my steps and quickly achieve the result. I suggest you take this as your exercise and perform it yourself. That will increase your expertise in Excel to a large extent. It is done now. The Excel file used in this example is attached to this video's description section. Download that file and examine that for a better understanding. Kindly try doing this on your own for the best understanding. Do let me know your questions and feedback through the comment box. Kindly subscribe to the Pulse Field Expert channel and click the bell icon for notifications. Hope to see you in another such training video soon.